Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Divine Journey. So today we have a speed build to get on with. Something that, we were doing the speed builds on the witchery area, and I got sidetracked with the in-game tower, and now we're coming back to the witchery area at long last. So today our focus is going to be wrapping up the second floor down here. So this area, this Silent Hill based area. So we have a lot of work to do. But I had a lot of fun doing it. I will say, and I'll go over it at the end, there's a lot of references. Like, as best as I can implement, but there is quite a bit of references down there for different Silent Hill games. So if you have played the games, maybe you'll get some of them. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get into the speed build, and then we'll talk about it a little bit at the end of the episode. Just basically the theme of it. I will say this area, because we're going to be mainly decorating today, it's very cluttered, and that's kind of purposeful, because if you ever played Silent Hill, you know the terror of trying to run through halls and stuff, and there just being just stuff in your way, and that just like dilapidated type feel. So I was kind of going for that. There is a lot going on in that area, and I will say the FPS does kind of start to drop off, especially when I add the pistons in. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get into it.
But it's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
All day and all night, we'd stay up, it felt so right. We were so young, we were so dumb. We would get drunk and then hook up. We were okay, we were alright, staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us, like a good drug, never run. We'd hook up in my car, driving so far, play your guitar, you'd show me your art, let down our guards, think with our hearts, stare at the stars. We were never apart, drinking too young, way too much fun, out in the sun, hoping when it's gone. Took you to prom, dance to our song, dance all night long till the lights come on.
It's too late now. I remember everything, and how careless we got. It's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we.
It's too late now, I remember everything, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be. And how careless we could be. And how careless we could be. Late nights, long fights, it felt right, we were alive. We would go out, we were so loud, we were so proud, we had no doubts. Weekends and weekdays, we'd spend our own way. We were careless, we were fearless, we were reckless, time was precious. We loved to waste time, whiskey and wine, drinking all night, asleep by your side. Finally alive, we would just drive, never arrive. Our journey was live, staying out late, testing our fate, running away. We live for today, young and so bold, never get old. Screw what we're told, we can't be controlled.
It's too late now. I remember everything, and how careless we got. It's too late now. I remember you and me. And how careless we.
It's too late now. I remember everything and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be. And how careless we could be. And how careless we could be. And how careless we could be.
It's too late now. I remember you and me. And how careless we could be. I'm nobody's fool tonight. I'm nobody's fool. Leaving the lights tonight. 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 I'll go down these roads. I won't tell you where I'm going. No, no, no. These leaving the lights tonight. Leaving the lights tonight. Leaving the lights tonight. Leaving the lights tonight.
Remember when love was all that mattered? I do. Remember how I used to make you laugh. until it hurt. Now those memories fell like thorns on a bush, a rose I can no longer touch. They're just another scar placed on my heart, a sign that we are made to be apart. And even though you might not be the one, I'm gonna miss you daily. We fought so hard, we dragged us down, and basically watched how we had drowned. And even though I know you're not the one, I'm gonna miss you. Broken, but I know I get over you. I'll try to focus on what's in front of me and not behind. What is life without the one you love the most? Who I am without you. You're just another scar placed on my heart, a sign that we are made to be apart. And even though you might not be the one, I'm gonna miss you daily. We fought so hard, we dragged us down, and basically watched how we had drowned. And even though I know you're not the one, I'm gonna miss you. Even though you might not be the one, I'm gonna miss you.
too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, let me bleed as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, let me bleed. Let me all of the pain seems to follow like a shadow, dark and cold to the touch. Am I insane not to let go? Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, let me bleed as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, let me bleed. Let me bleed. Let me.
Ask you what you're thinking about. Ask you what you're dreaming about. Say your life is full of doubts. You don't know what you're talking about. You tell me what's on your mind, but how can you be so blind? I am the one who's hurting, but I'm just a burden. In the chaos I see the bliss. In the mayhem I see the abyss. Just when you needed them the most, they're just ghosts. In the chaos I see the bliss. In the mayhem I see the abyss. Just when you burning the fire. Spent my days trying to impress. Fill up your emptiness. I don't know what else to say. I can feel you pull away. You don't understand where I come from, 'cause you're just in the chaos. I see the bliss. In the mayhem, I see the abyss. Just when you needed them the most, they're just ghosts. In the chaos, I see the bliss. In the mayhem, I see the abyss. Just when you needed them the most, they're just watching you fade away. You let me disintegrate. Don't leave me on my own. Watching you fade away. You let me disintegrate. Don't leave me on my own. In the chaos, I see the bliss. In the mayhem, I see the abyss. Just when you needed them the most, they're just ghosts. In the chaos, I see the bliss. In the mayhem, I see the abyss. Just when you needed them the most, they're just ghosts. I can see them when I close my eyes. The shadows creeping in the corners of my mind. I hear them whispering, just like a flicker to a flame. The voices burning, burning. Feels like a twisted game that just keeps hurting, hurting. They're getting loud now, getting loud now. The voices, they're getting loud now, getting loud now. The voices, I hear the sound that you make. How can I be asleep if I'm awake? Tired of bleeding, I lost it all. I'm crying for help, won't you answer my call? Moment of silence. I can hear them all the time, saying things I can't forget. I feel constantly confined, so full of regret. Nothing will be the same. The voice is haunted, haunted. I'm wanting. They're getting loud now, getting loud now. The voices, they're getting loud now, getting loud now. The voices. I hear the sound that you make. How can I be asleep if I'm awake? I can't believe the night lay waste to all we'd given. But honestly, you've gotta know that this ain't living. But we could run from Elysium and let it burn, let it burn. You've gotta know that nothing lasts forever. I can't believe myself. I never thought that this would be our end, but it's nothing new. And my lover's honesty, I can push it back down if I have to, if you want me to. 'Cause we can run, and we can run. The stars they fall all for you. So tell me now, what's left to lose if we run?
it's definitely come along. It's definitely come along. A lot of the stuff that I added is kind of like clutter, like the barrels and stuff, just to add to that dilapidated feel, like just stuff everywhere. And then of course we need a lot of like chains, rusted iron, pointy objects like the barbed wire and the traps and the guillotines and stuff like that. And then we have these statues that are just kind of cool. But anyways, there is quite a bit of referencing in here. Like the rabbit is kind of a reference. It doesn't actually match the rabbit that I want, but that's okay. This little area right here is just kind of like, I mean, of course it's Minecraft. I have limitations as to what I can use, but kind of a representation of the Incubus or Samael reference there. But I wish I could put these on the wall, because I would love to have like you know, the markings on the wall like in Silent Hill 3 and in the room, but I cannot. Also these monsters, listen to that sound. There's actually like some eerie sounds down here caused by the monsters and stuff. Did my other one vanish? Okay, yeah, I think he is stuck on the other one. They're just standing in the same like block space. But over here, these pistons, if you're wondering what these are, this is actually a reference as well. This is very much a reference. So if you played Silent Hill, you may know what I'm referencing there. But yeah, I put like some little random marks around and just had a little bit of fun with this build. I actually quite like this build. I know it's like super cluttered, but that's kind of what I was going for. And then over here, just kind of like a little maze of little like pathways and stuff running through here. And I actually like this room because it almost looks like a meat locker. And the sounds these creatures make are just, they're a little bit eerie, to be honest. And then back here, I actually went with 2 little themed rooms, and that was just kind of for fun. Of course, hospitals tend to be a prominent theme within Silent Hill, so I did lay those out, and I don't really have like a nurse, but I put some monsters in here that made cool sounds and stuff like that. And then over here, of course, this is referencing, I guess, the school, and plus I think like children monsters are like the creepiest thing ever. Actually, in the first Silent Hill, there was like little kid monsters, but they were removed. They were only in like the Japanese version, and then I think, what was it, Origins, that had them as like DLC that you could get, but they didn't include them in the base game because like people don't like kid monsters, I guess. But Minecraft puts them in there and it's okay, so. But yeah. And then over here, I know this probably looked a bit excessive if you're not familiar with Silent Hill. All these bodies everywhere and coffins and stuff. This is actually a reference to Silent Hill 4 The Room. The 21 Sacraments. There's actually 21, if you include the coffins and then the skeletons, there's 21 spread out around here. So it's referencing the 21 Sacraments, of course. I think Silent Hill 4 was, I don't know. See, it's hard to say my favorite of the Silent Hills. I would have to say, and strangely enough, I loved Downpour, and I loved Homecoming. Both. I loved both of those a lot. And I know a lot of people are like, well, it's not good Silent Hill games. And I'm like, nah, I disagree, actually. I disagree, in fact. There hasn't really, if you don't count like the on-rail shooter and the little mobile game Silent Hills, aside from those, like I actually enjoyed, I think, every entry from Silent Hill. I enjoyed Origins and Shattered Memories and all. But I have to say, probably my favorite Silent Hill would probably be The Room. I know a lot of people say 2, and I do play through 2. I actually just recently played through 2 and 3 both, but I have to say The Room was probably my favorite, and that's because I love the story of Walter, and I love the 21 Sacraments and everything, and I just think it's super interesting, and I don't know, I loved Silent Hill 4 so much. But anyways, so a little bit of a reference there as well. Just kind of, I was originally, if you noticed, actually made a grandfather clock, and I was gonna stick it there because of the clock puzzle from Silent Hill 2. Like, I was like, I'm just gonna put a grandfather clock like in here, referencing that, but I couldn't really find a good place to put it and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know, just kind of having fun with it and whatnot. I think that about covers it. And I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, it does fit the look that I was kind of going for. Just that, like, really dirty, dilapidated, rust-covered, just hellish realm. I kind of wish the fog would quit, like, coming and going, like, all the time. Like, I don't know. He just keeps, like... Oh, yeah, because we killed the other one, right? So I named this one James. Well, another, of course, Silent Hill protagonist. The fog just keeps coming and going for some strange reason, and I don't exactly know why. But yeah, so next, I did paint this. I actually recorded it, and I was like, well, it's not really that exciting. Just running over and painting this. So now that that's done, I mean, the exterior is, for all practical purposes, done. I don't know about the bottom floor, if I'm going to end up doing something with that or just leaving it as is. Honestly, I'm probably just going to leave it as is and not do anything too elaborate down here. I'm kind of picking and choosing my battles at this point because, like, the pack doesn't enjoy me building excessively, as you saw with the bridges, so... And I've still got a lot of exterior work to do over here. That's going to be probably the next speed build that we tackle is this exterior area. Because, I mean, the interior of this place is done. I still need to add, like, a little bit of work around this exterior. Like, railings and stuff like that up around here. And just some little small things like that. But I think for most practical purposes, you know, it's done. We'll probably add a little bit of clutter and stuff like that. But we are going to be spending a bunch of time over with this. Because this building has a lot of work to do. But now that the in-game tower is built, I'm kind of focusing down, we'll be focusing down sections of our builds, revisiting those. So, like, I did spend a bit of time recently with the tech district, and I'm also doing this district a little bit off camera. You can see I've got a spawner here. It's a little bit noisy over here. The XP I've actually got, just nothing will collect that stuff fast enough. So I'm just letting it sit there because it despawns fairly quickly with the grinder. So, and I mean, honestly, if you take a look at, like, basically I've got it running for netherite, blood gems, and purple blaze, and it's building that stuff up fairly quickly. So, and I actually just crafted death protection poppets, so we have a lot of that stuff building up. So I'm going to be working over here mainly off camera, the tech district mainly off camera, agriculture district mainly off camera, and then we're going to be doing speed builds with the witchery area, the Thaumcraft area, and the Britannia area, as well as I have to do a little bit of cleanup over in the blood magic area, just adding a little bit more clutter and a little bit kind of going through and cleaning up some wiring and stuff like that. So, and actually this line, because I didn't end up using it for what I was going to use it for, I'll probably get rid of most of this. Honestly, the bridges are probably going to come up, and I'm probably going to change up the setup for that type of stuff because the bridges just aren't going to work out with everything. So, but see, like, I got like a little bit of cableage to clean up, but nothing too excessive over here. And then add a little bit of clutter and detailed stuff. But for the most part, this area is like fairly done. Thaumcraft area has a lot of work. Britannia area has a bit of work. Witchery area has a bit of work. So, yeah, that's where we're going to be focusing our speed builds on. So, just a heads up. Because now that the in-game tower is in place, I mean, I've got stuff to add into that, but it's, you know, it's in place. That's the most important part. So, now we're moving back into our speed builds. We're going to go through and clean up everything before the end of the series. So, just a heads up. But, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the build. Especially if you've played Silent Hill, you may appreciate some of the stuff that we've done. I had a lot of fun with it, honestly. Silent Hill's one of those things. I go back and I tend to play a Silent Hill or two every, you know, couple months just to go back through and replay them. I love that series. Probably one of my favorite game series ever. That has never really disappointed me. Like, most of my favorite game series from, like, growing up disappointed me at one time or the other. Silent Hill, not so much. But yeah, probably my favorite game series, I have to say. Like, Elder Scrolls disappointed me. Fallout disappointed me. Final Fantasy disappointed me. Just to name a few. Resident Evil was never something I was, like, super crazy about, but it disappointed me. It was always just kind of like, it's there, I'll play it. But anyways, I'm going to quit rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay up to date with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. Until then, as always, do take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys then.